behind every fortune lies a story, some of triumph, others of treachery. Today, we explore the dark side of inheritance theft, where the lust for wealth drives imposters deeper into criminality and depraved usurpation. Unveiling the chilling allure of ill-gotten gains, inheritance morphs from a birthright to a battleground of moral decay. Join us on a journey through the corridors of power and deception, where the craving for ill-gotten inheritance grips hearts and destroys lives, revealing the true cost of stolen wealth. What happens when unchecked greed spirals into an insatiable thirst for unearned wealth? How far are individuals willing to go to usurp an inheritance, and to what extreme lengths and intricate webs of deception are woven in this relentless pursuit that often lead to tragic and violent outcomes? Consider the case of the Japanese lady Chisako Kakehi, also known as the Black Widow. In the late 1990s, the Black Widow Chisako was accused of killing several elderly men in Japan, including her husband and lovers, to inherit their wealth. She was convicted and sentenced to death in 2017. You have Betty Newmar, also baptized Black Widow, who was suspected in the deaths of her 5 husbands over a span of several decades. She was arrested in 2008 for the murder of her 4th husband, Harold Gentry, in 1986. Newmar was believed to have murdered her husbands to collect life insurance money and inherit their assets. She died in 2011 before she could be tried for her crimes. Another mysterious case is the case of Anna Nicole Smith, a former Playboy model, married J. Howard Marshall, a wealthy oil tycoon, in 1994. Marshall was 89 years old, and Smith was 26 at the time of their marriage. Marshall died 14 months later. Although Nicole was not charged with murder, the case is often cited as an example of suspected financial motivation in marital relationships involving significant age and wealth disparities. None of these notorious world cases can match the sinister cold calculations, long-haul planning, unimaginable witchcraft, and egregious greed surrounding the suspected murder of Bambi Baaba and his wife, Mama Nazabu. This case is a macabre tapestry of malevolence, interwoven with the chilling disappearances and tragic fates of multiple family members and associates. The saga began with the brutal killing of Mama Nazabu back in 1980s, under circumstances so shadowy and grotesque that whispers of assassination soon permeated the air. She was heavily pregnant with close delivery. Suffocation is often advanced as the weapon used by the assassins in her case. 20 years later, her husband Bambi Baaba died in even more shadowy and grotesque circumstances. The weapon used was a straightforward administration of poison. For this to happen, Bambi Baaba's private nurse Nabalinda, an African-American nurse born Harriet Martin, had to die to pave the way for the poisoner. Given Nabalinda's exceptional expertise in both conventional and alternative medicine, her close medical care of Bambi Baaba would have made it impossible to poison him without her noticing immediately. When the other nurse Damina spoke out the torture Bambi endured in his last days, she was allegedly murdered too, in a hit-and-run accident. This is too coincidental, not to raise the swirl of conspiratory accusations and deepen the enigma. The sinister saga of the mysterious deaths of Bambi Baaba, Nazabu, and Nabalinda grew even darker with the disappearance of their son, Mugabe, who was also Nabalinda's son-in-law. This added another layer of shadowy intrigue, leaving a void that swallowed any hope of straightforward answers. Mirembe, another son of Bambi Baaba and Mama Nazabu, watched helplessly as justice was taken from him by unseen yet palpable forces. Meanwhile, his brothers Mutagubia and Rukyamuzi endured severe brain impairments, a grim reminder of the insidious malice directed at their family. This malice seemed intent on eliminating any legitimate heirs to the legacy and estate, which the impostors sought to claim for themselves. Even more sinister are the clauses in the fraudulent will crafted by impostors who emerged from nowhere after the passing of Bambi Baaba. These clauses forbid all the children of Mama Nazabu and Bambi Baaba from accessing the land of Sesa Mirembe, which was painstakingly acquired by their parents. They don't even have access to this notorious will, which allegedly was manipulated only God knows how many times. Let us delve deeper into the coveted estate at the heart of the Bambi Baaba family saga, which is marked by a disturbing trail of deaths, disappearances, ignoble murders, and grandiose, long-term machinations. Although cases those involving the Menendez brothers and notorious Black widows, Chisako Kakehi and Betty Newmar, occurred in what are considered developed countries, the inheritance at stake in the Bambi Baaba estate is equally, if not more, significant in terms of value. Consider just the value of the land itself, estimated to cover around 13 square miles near Lake Victoria. This land is not only incredibly fertile, but also conceals immense underground wealth. Bambi Baaba often alluded to the presence of oil and other mineral riches, which he believed were reserved for the establishment of the City of Peace at Sesamirembe. He emphasized that the abundant mineral reserves underground and the rich agricultural resources above are more than sufficient to build Sesamirembe into a modern eco-city of peace. Moreover, if we include the additional 200 square miles, also bordering Lake Victoria, granted by President Museveni for Bambi's Peace City project, the overall value of the entire estate skyrockets in hundreds of millions of US dollars, particularly if these 200 square miles also contain mineral wealth. This inheritance dwarfs those involved in the aforementioned infamous cases, where many innocent lives were lost due to the simple act of working hard for and owning such estates. It is, therefore, unsurprising that the Bambi Baaba estate has become a target for usurping impostors of dubious morality and depravity. The sinister scheming to claim this estate is evident. The victims in the above notorious cases have died for far less. Bambi Baaba's legacy is not just tangible, it carries enormous reputational capital. His reputation is further cemented by his close ties to President Museveni family, solidified by his benevolent efforts when he saved and protected several of Museveni's family members, including his father, mother, brothers, and other extended relatives during Museveni's guerrilla war for Uganda's liberation. His boundless compassion knows no limits, as he assured His Highness Mutebi, the King of Buganda, that he would be reinstated as the Kabaka of Buganda once Museveni triumphed over Obote's brutal regime. And that is exactly what happened. This is why his imperishable glory, Bambi Baaba, is revered as a truly enlightened being, as everything he has ever foretold has come to pass. As you may expect, the impostors have been eyeing Bambi Baaba's reputational and saintly legacy too. They couldn't wait to step into his shoes. However, Bambi Baaba's shoes might be far too large for their feet, which are mired in the swamp of murder and usurpation. Bambi Baaba family's case is unparalleled in its portrayal of human depravity and the frightening depths to which greed and evil can descend. It exposes complex schemes crafted to deceive and defraud, the manipulation of trust, and the severe betrayal of those closest to the perpetrators. Each deceitful act and instance of theft escalates these impostors deeper into criminal behavior, perpetuating a destructive, vicious cycle of financial ruin and emotional anguish for their victims. The erosion of trust within communities and families is deeply profound, serving as a stark reminder of the devastating impact caused by greed for wrongfully claimed inheritance. The intricate nature of these inheritance-related crimes frequently tests the capacities of legal systems, stretching their abilities in detection and prosecution. This is a call for stronger measures to ensure justice. Justice is long overdue for the injustices suffered by Bambi Baaba's family. We call upon President Museveni and the government of Uganda, the esteemed guardians of fairness and justice in the nation, to take immediate and decisive action to address these wrongs. This is a call for stronger measures to ensure justice. Bambi Baaba's family has endured murder, unjust hardships, and profound suffering, highlighting the urgent need for swift justice to grant respite to the victims held captive by impostors. Furthermore, special attention must be given to the orphans Bambi Baaba left behind. These orphans are not demanding handouts, they just need justice and fairness, and the preservation of their inheritance rights, taken away by sinister impostors. Shouldn't it be the duty of the Ugandan government to uphold principles of justice and fairness? In doing so, they would honor Bambi Baaba's legacy, rectify the injustices endured by his family and the orphans he cared for, seek justice for his premature passing and the disappearance of his son Mugabe, advocate for the release of his son Mirembe from wrongful imprisonment, and restore the rightful inheritance of his children, which was unlawfully seized by impostors. All these incidents seem linked to the vast estate and land he acquired with the vision to establish a city of peace in Uganda. This noble endeavor has been hijacked by imposters who now exploit the dedicated land solely to satisfy their insatiable greed. Amidst all these challenges, we maintain our faith in Sesamirembe community and the gratefulness and dedication of President Museveni and the government of Uganda in ensuring justice and fairness.